Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, today I want to talk about protesting and why I choose not to participate. And, let me clarify something. Anybody who chooses to protest, I don't have a problem with you. I don't care if you're on the left side or the right side. Politically speaking, it doesn't matter. I'm referring to protesting in general and why I choose not to do it. So, let's start with the whole let's go back in time to 2020 during the COVID pandemic, when everybody was restricted, and we had to wear the face masks and keep our distance. So in the year 2020, you had the George Floyd incident, where the cop murdered George Floyd. Okay? I'm only speaking facts. Okay? I don't want to argue with anybody in the comment section. I'm just going off of facts on what I'm just going off of facts on what was given to me by the news media from both sides of the fence. So, please don't try to argue with me in the comment section, because, like everybody else, I get my information from the news. So, you had the George Floyd incident. People were so irritated, they took to the streets. They made their picket signs. And, they have the right to do so. Now I'm going to give you an example on why I choose not to go out and protest. It's because of the idea that you got all these people that chose to, okay, to clarify, not everybody who's a protester is a criminal. So, again, don't attack me. But you had a group of people who would go around and smash car windows, catch cars on fire, burn down auto zones, massive destruction. Why? All because of George Floyd's honor. Now, here's the thing. When you get these protesters, I call them agitators. When you get these protesters rioting and looting, it makes the good people that are just, being a peaceful protester, they're making you look bad. Here's another example. Look at January 6th of 2020. When we were getting our new president results on who is going to be our new world leader for the next 4 years. And okay, January 6th, everybody took streets to Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania Avenue. I could have the location. Hey! Don't knock over my camera. Oh, you just wanted to say hi. So, I could have the location a little bit wrong, but it's in the general area. It's right where the Capitol's at. Okay? So you get all these angry people who go and protest because they don't agree on the presidential election. Which, okay, I'm not gonna fault somebody for protesting. But once again, you get these agitators. Okay? You get these agitators who decide to destroy everything in their path. And then, guess what? Anybody who was involved in that protest, they went to jail. They went to jail. So, you know, I don't have anything against somebody protesting. I just choose not to participate because of the idea that I don't want to get mixed up in the wrong crowd. Because unfortunately, left or right, doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, left or right, two heads of the same coin, two wings of the same bird. Left or right, no matter what side you're on, if you're protesting, odds are you're going to get those agitators, and they're going to make the good protesters look bad. And that is why I choose to just go about my business, go to work, do my job, go home, go about my business, go to a grocery store if I need to get groceries. You know, it's just, I'm not against protesting, but I also choose not to participate. Then you got the recent incident that happened with the Renee Good up in, I think it was Minnesota. I could be wrong, but I think it was Minnesota. You had that incident where the ICE agent shot Renee Good, and you know, the one side says, oh, he did it in cold blood. The other side says that ICE agent was in their right. Well, guess what? Here's the thing. I have my thoughts, okay? I have my thoughts on the whole situation. And, I'm not going to share my thoughts because whoever's watching this video, I want you to be your own independent thinker. Okay? The evidence is there on what happened. The evidence is there. Think about who's at fault. The Renee Good situation. The evidence is there. I don't think that I have to tell you guys the answer, because those of you who are watching this video, you're gonna probably know what I'm thinking. The evidence is there. And I'm just gonna make something else clear. I hate both sides of the fence. I don't like the Democrats. I don't like the Republicans. You want to know why? Because both parties are liars. Both parties are liars. In my opinion. Both parties, when it comes to the election cycle, both parties promise that we're gonna make changes for the common good. Sometimes it actually does happen. But then, other times, it doesn't. And do you want to know why? It's because of the idea that, if we have a Democrat in office, okay, we'll just use Obama as an example. If you have a Democrat in office, we'll use Obama, okay? Let's say Obama wanted to pass all these things to make everything good for the American people. Well, you got the Republicans of the majority that look at everything and, yeah, I know, we're not going through with it just because we don't like you. Then hold on, let's switch gears. Let's just change gears real quick. Then you get a Republican president. Like, okay, you get a Republican president, President Trump. Trump wanted to make changes. And some of the changes he wanted to make, a lot of people didn't like, but there was some other changes that he wanted to make that a lot of people did like. Well, in his first term, the Democrats held majority, and they're like, "Nah, we're not doing that for you, Mr. President, because we don't like you." That is why nothing in Washington, D.C. gets done. It's because it is a political game back and forth between both parties. I do not have anything against protesting. I choose not to participate because I don't want to get mixed up in the wrong crowd. The last thing I want is to be in handcuffs because I got accused of being in the wrong area at the wrong time of a crime that I didn't commit. No, thank you. And I'm not saying, I'm not picking on the Democrats, I'm not picking on the Republicans. Both parties are 100% guilty. I'm just going to put it that way. Both parties are 100% guilty. This nation will never be united because Washington, D.C. can't get their heads out of the sand. The sooner that we all learn this, the better off this nation will be. Because here's the thing. We're the ones who vote these people in. We're the ones who vote these people out. So, the best thing to do is, the best thing to do is basically just do this. Here's how I vote. Here's how I vote, okay? I look at what each candidate has to offer. I do my research, I do my homework on both candidates. Let me tell you something. When I vote for the lesser of the evil. I vote for the lesser of the evil. Both sides of the fence do not have our best interest. They are in it for themselves. They do not care about eons like us. So, for those of you who vote, when you vote, I hope you vote for the correct reason. Because every vote does matter. Regardless what people say. Oh, well, I don't know why you bother to vote. Okay, I'm gonna use a perfect example, okay? So I got this one work friend. And I'm not gonna say this person's name. But before he became a coworker, him and I used to be best friends outside of our job. And by the way, that'll be another video on why you should not get your friend a job where you work. But so my work friend was telling me on all these reasons on why he doesn't vote. Voting doesn't matter. Voting is BS. No, it's not, folks. Every vote does matter. I don't care if you vote Democrat. I don't care if you vote Republican. Everybody has the right to vote. But when you cast your vote, make sure you're voting for the right reason. Look at the policies that both parties are offering. Look at both policies. Really pay attention to the campaigns. Like, okay, if you want a perfect example. When you're done watching my video, search up presidential debates. It'll be Trump versus Harris, Trump versus Biden, Obama versus Mitt Romney, Obama versus somebody else. Look up presidential debates on YouTube. And you'll get an idea on what I'm talking about. Which, by the way, unfortunately, when we vote, unfortunately, we vote for morons. I hate to say it, but we all vote for morons. The reason why I say that is because Washington, D.C. does not care about people like us. They only care about the rich friends that got themselves elected. And I'm going to tell you something else. The President of the United States, he's not in control of big business. Big business runs this country. For example, look at Walmart. Walmart's a big corporation. They're so big they could be their own country. So, Trump imposed all these tariffs, and Walmart decided that they were going to raise their prices to compensate for the tariffs. Which I can understand. That's how business works. But when you stop and look at the prices and you look at the tariffs, and a lot of these big corporations, they'll raise their price and take advantage of the situation. When prices go up, they stay up. And they don't come back down. But I think this video has gone on long enough, so I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.